MTV Cribs was extremely fake. Here's the evidence. Um, I grew up watching them. I I watched about like 5 seconds of this. I was like, you know what? Let's go put this on stream tonight. So I watched MTV way back when. I always thought it was interesting, but if it's all fake, it's all fake. That's kind of bummy, I guess.
50 cents Ferraris,
Either
they
way.
were rented. Robbie Williams' castle home, it belonged to someone else. MTV
I don't know how you
Cribs
do that.
wasn't exactly legit.
And we said that that was my house.
Oh, that wasn't your house?
No, it's all lies.
And nothing shows this better than the episode
What?
with Ja Rule. He flexed his 5-bedroom mansion on
Dude,
Star
what's that
Island
camera
in
called?
Miami, where he talked about living beside other famous celebrities.
It's
The
probably
house
old.
was so familiar that Ja Rule named each area, calling his courtyard the Open Paradise,
HD.
which was patrolled by his guard
Yeah, it's
dog
this video
Cookie. It was
quality on
shown in
this
the
there.
intro that the property was a rental, but this was assumed to be on a long-term basis, given he knew almost everything about the mansion. However, as it turns out, Ja Rule's house on Cribs was actually a 4-day rental, which was exposed in the most embarrassing.
How do you do this? You know, it's like, have you seen the what those TikTokers that sit there and like tell you should wake up at 5 a.m. and do all this stuff? It's kind of like them, but it's for houses.
Way by lawsuit. Ja Rule paid $46,000 for the 4-day lease, promising the mansion's
Oh, that's a lot of money. Why not buy a house at that point, dude? Jesus.
owner it'd be used as a private home for 8 adults with no video shoots and no loud parties. Well, Ja Rule broke all 3 conditions, shooting his MTV episode whilst having a party with over 600 people. In the process, holes were
Jesus, dude. Alright, you didn't just break the rules, you destroyed them. You took those rules and you just scraped them against the wall. You scraped them against the wall and threw it on the floor. They didn't even exist to you. Jesus.
punched in the walls, furniture and doors were damaged, the driveway somehow
Oh god,
cracked,
come on.
while condoms and syringes were left throughout.
Alright. How do you do this to a chair, dude? How do you do this? I've never seen a chair so messed up. The wall, I can understand the wall, okay? Sometimes, you have 600 people, someone elbows the wall's done for it. The ground, 600 people, you all jump at one time, something's bound to crack. That's obviously 600 people, you're obviously gonna find something like this in a party. It's common sense.
The house. As a result, Ja Rule and MTV were sued for $1 million, but at least it looked like a house that Ja Rule would live in, as the Yin Yang twins' crib was laughably out of character. The Atlanta gangster rapping duo opened the door revealing the most suburban house, filled with fish tanks, sailing boats, and sea-related artwork.
We waving.
I live in the suburbs, and this is like more suburb than my house.
We waving like the city. We decorated this ourselves now.
That mansion was definitely decorated by some old white people, not the Yin Yang twins.
It's just
Yeah,
cool,
I
just
can
a
see that.
random old white guy's house that likes to fish and likes boats.
They'd even argue over where they bought appliances.
Fishing is fun. I'll say that. I like fishing every now and then. I've been fishing in a couple years. I don't on a boat, and I don't live near a lake. But I do go fishing. I do have fun fishing.
And had to improvise names for each of the fish. You can tell the Yin Yang twins have never been in that house. It seemed they at least owned the vehicles at the end, as the cars displayed by Bow Wow were rented for the show. He was just 18 years old during his
that's
first Cribs
bad.
appearance, but despite having starred in some high-profile movies, it seemed unrealistic that he could afford a 6-bedroom mansion and a fleet of luxury cars.
Wait, what was that?
With his
Sorry, I zoned out for a second. What did you just say there?
appearance, but despite
I
having
mean-
starred in some high-profile movies, it seemed unrealistic that he could afford a 6-bedroom mansion and a fleet of luxury cars.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, I'm not super rich or anything, so I can't say. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe he got a lot of money from these 3 movies. Maybe he didn't. I don't know. Maybe he has other things he gets money from. But he's only 18 though, so it could be a chance he's renting or someone else bought them.
that he
Whatever.
could afford a 6-bedroom mansion and a fleet of luxury cars. With his name airbrushed above his bed, it seemed as though Bow Wow at least owned the house, although the luxury vehicles were a little more suspicious.
At least he owns the house.
Because 2 years later he'd go on the show again, during which a viewer made an observation. We had MTV Cribs running in the background and watched 21-year-old Bow Wow show off his bachelor pad in Miami, along with his pimped out Bentley, Lamborghini and Cadillac Escalade. But then we noticed the word Prestige at the bottom of all 3 cars and decided to Google Prestige Rental Cars Miami, and what do you know, there it was. Prestige was the name of the company that
You didn't think about that, giving it the Prestige on your cars. It's a rental company named Prestige. All 3 cars have Prestige on it. Someone looked up Prestige and found it. Like, oh my god, dude. You could have thought about that. Nope, just don't even think about it.
Bow Wow rented
Oh,
a
is it that? I think I know that company. I think it's the company you rent supercars for, and you can keep it for a certain amount of time. What is that? Let me look that up. It's an actual thing. What is it? Oh yeah, they do have them. Yeah, they have them usually in major cities. If they do have them in major cities, so what you do is you go on there and you can you rent out like supercars and whatnot for a certain amount of time. Some people do it. I've seen a couple people do it to for videos.
cars from, which was likely
A while back.
encouraged by the show, as Birdman also used the service during his appearance. Regardless, people clowned on Bow Wow, stating, "Ha ha ha, I wonder if he rented the condo too," which by
Ooh.
looking at his life was also highly likely. For example, he'd post his Ferrari to his Instagram, writing, "Take the drop top to the night spot, keep the California in California, we went hard tonight, Grammy weekend," which was then reposted by a car rental company who accidentally exposed our good friend Bow Wow.
Hey, that car rental company did some bad work there. They really exposed him like that. That's funny.
Pulling up to the Grammys with our Ferrari California.
Oh.
1 year later, it was exposed for flexing a rented Hollywood mansion, but the worst example was in 2017, when he'd post this to his Instagram. He showed the private jet he was taking to his concert, yet the very same day this Snapchat went viral. So this guy Lil Bow Wow is on my flight to NY, but on Instagram he posted a picture of a private jet caption traveling to NY today, shaking my
So this dude decided I bet he just picked the image up on YouTube on Google, or he walked outside and took a photo of it and walked away. Like, come on, dude, really?
head. Turns out Bow Wow's picture of his private jet had been taken from a limo company's website, prompting people to
What did I just say? He literally grabbed it off of Google.
dig even deeper, discovering he'd done this on more than one occasion. It seems
No.
his MTV
He's done this several times. He's probably done this more than twice. Let's be completely
Cribs
honest.
episode led to years and years of faking luxury, but as mentioned in Bow Wow's expose, 50 Cent had done a similar thing. 50 Cent's episode
He
was
did
the
too?
definition of excess. He showed his 19-bedroom, 35-bathroom mansion, which included a squash court,
Dude, when was this recorded? This video quality is god awful. This had to be at least 10 years ago, right? Maybe longer than that. I don't know how long MTV's been around. I've seen a couple of it, but this video quality is completely awful. I got better.
recording studio and its very own nightclub.
My video quality is better.
Equally impressive was his car collection, which included 4 different rare collectible Ferraris, leading him to state,
I know you ain't see these before when you was watching Cribs because everybody ain't got these.
yet it seems 50 Cent didn't have them either. Each Ferrari had little numbers
You know why? Probably because it only has 50 cents.
on their windshields,
Right.
leading to a forum post reading, "If you notice the small white numbers in the top left-hand corner of the windshields on the F50 and Enzo, those are the numbers of the cars that were in the Hartford Concorso parade, which was confirmed when the user posted these photos." Another forum member
Ooh, that's not
added,
good.
"It's pretty obvious that they aren't his, because it's a known fact that there's only one yellow Enzo in CT, which was owned by a pretty well-known hedge fund manager." Well, someone else then officially confirmed. The
What's that?
Ferrari
Is that true? I don't know if that's true or not. I'm not a big car person. I mean, I like cars. If I had a choice of a car, I'd pick a Lamborghini. But other than that, I have no idea. anything about cars.
Are unfortunately not 50 cents. He invited my friend over to his house for this, and my friend let him use his cars for the episode, and they were filming some music videos that day as well. The Enzo F50 and 599 all belonged to one owner. When 50 Cent later filed for bankruptcy, he'd admit the cars were rented. He'd instead pay off debts by selling his mansion, therefore joining the likes of JoJo, who admitted to doing MTV Cribs while she was actually homeless. JoJo showed MTV through
how do you do that, dude? What, you showed me a box house? What?
Her Cape Cod vacation home, where she supposedly loved spending her summers.
Are you sure about that? Is that even her? Is that her family on there, or is that some other family?
Loved spending her summers. It was therefore a little weird that she'd invite her extended family, but she'd reveal the reason for this exactly 10 years later. JoJo was asked about the episode in a Huffington.
Alright, so this is at least about 19 years ago, maybe before that. It said 10 years later, and that was 2015. Maybe that's when she said it. So we're looking at early 2000s here. That's why the video quality is awful.
Post interview, to which she'd respond, it was so ridiculous. The thing is, we didn't have a home at that point. My mum and I were living out of suitcases and were mostly in hotels. So that was actually my uncle's house on the Cape. That wasn't my house, that wasn't my stuff. I should have balled hard and been like, welcome to my crib, look at how luxurious it is, and I should have rented out a place. But no, I just used my uncle's crib. JoJo further clarified.
So we went to the Cape, which I've never been to the Cape. I never go to the Cape. And we said that was my house.
Oh, that wasn't your house?
No, that was not my house. We brought in some items that I had. It's all lies.
Should also answer the question.
Why even bother doing the
You kind of tell this is early 2000s too, because the style, this is early 2000s style. Also that's early 2000s style.
It's all lies.
Should also answer the question.
I would know. I would say.
Why even bother doing the episode then?
For the exposure. Oh, okay.
But no episode was faker than the one by Robbie Williams. He showed MTV his massive British castle, talking about the spots where he'd been snapped by paparazzi. He then shows his group of friends before making a joke.
I don't really know these people, but what I do is I actually phone
Are you serious, Dave? Hey, he didn't finish.
But apparently he'd.
There's a thing called Rent a Friend. I should have went and finished that. I got more to say about this now. What is Rent a Friend? It's an actual thing. It's an actual thing. Business friends, travel friends, virtual friends, going to a bar. Your prom dates? What the? This is an actual thing. This is stupid. It's kind of like that gaming thing. Like, you can rent gaming friends. Like, let's go on Call of Duty or something and start talking to people. Or going wild or something.
Also phoned Rent a Castle. You see, the building was so big
that
people recognized it as the famous St. Catherine's Court, which was owned by someone else completely, Jane Seymour. She had no idea that Robbie ever went there, or that he'd hired a fake butler to help out with the shoot. It wouldn't be until 17 years later that Robbie finally admitted, we didn't let Jane know that I was gonna pretend it was my house. And because I was like 23 and full of spunk, I didn't even consider other people's thoughts or feelings. So I'd like to take this opportunity to apologize to Jane Seymour, but it might not have even been Robbie Williams' fault. Because Redman explained in a DJ Vlad interview that MTV tried to get him to rent a house for Cribs.
They wanted me to rent a house so I can open the big double doors and shit like, yo, look at my shit, you know.
With MTV trying to choose the home themselves.
The first thing they said was, all right, we got a couple of houses picked out for you.
Wow.
And I was like, oh,
what?
Okay.
Well, Redman simply refused.
And I said, you know what? No, I don't want to rent a house. I want y'all to come to my house.
Accidentally making the show's most relatable episode. He brought MTV Cribs to his 2-bedroom apartment, where he ironed his shirts on the floor and flexed his frozen fish fillets. Redman's recording studio
I'm gonna be living like that pretty soon too.
It was just a messy bedroom, whilst the rest of his house was in such disarray, you could barely notice his cousin sleeping on the ground. He concludes.
Wait, why didn't you just tell him, hey, I gotta record something here. Can you get back later maybe? No, he recorded his cousin on the floor.
The episode stating, next time y'all need to find me, just rub these 2 wires for the doorbell.
Don't worry about the screen too.
There's no way. There's no way he said that, dude. That's absolutely insane.
You know it's still good.
The realest episode of MTV Cribs. Redman didn't fake
Yeah,
it like other
apparently.
celebrities.
That's pretty good. Um, this dude literally said, "Rub the two wires together in the doorbell ring." That's absolutely insane.